Hello, randomizer community. P-Train here. Hovering has been a hot topic in the Racing Council channel, to say the least. Particularly, there have been talks about damaging controllers and damaging wrists, which I don't believe should ever be a factor if you're hovering properly. So I thought I would give a video on how I hover. First off, just how I hold the controller. I rotate it 90 degrees in my hands to where my thumb is basically controlling the D-pad, and I brace that controller up against my leg. This prevents the controller from moving. You don't want this controller to be out in space because it becomes very difficult to coordinate your right hand and your left hand. So I put this up against my leg so I don't have to do anything. And I do put a little bit of weight on this. I don't put a lot, but I do want it, braced. I don't want this moving at all. With regards to my right hand, I simply just lay it on my leg, like just as if I'm resting, and pull it back a little bit. That's it. So there's not a whole lot of weight on my right hand at all. So brace the controller against my left hand. My right hand's just sitting on my leg, and that's what I do to hover. And I simply wave my arm back and forth to hover. Wave my arm, wave my wrist, whatever motion's comfortable for you. Some people get their whole arm into it. That's a little much for me. I just like the waving motion of my wrist. That's enough for me. And because I'm just laying it on my leg, there's no strain being put on my wrist. So that's how I hover. When it comes to where I put my hand on the A button, I like to come from the back of it. So I like to come from this direction on the A button, and the reason why is because I don't use near this much force, but it's almost as if I want to scratch the A button off my controller. So I let my nails actually hang on part of the controller. It helps me gauge, number one, where my fingers actually are. So I have a feel that I'm used to. I mean, really, just find what feels best for you. But I have a particular spacing that feels comfortable for me, and that's what I look for whenever I hover. This is super jank, but I got a twist tie right here. If I was to demonstrate like where I put my hand on the A button, it would probably be about right there. Somewhere in that area. The top half, I'd say halfway, between halfway and the top of the button, somewhere around there. That's where I hang my nails, and that's where I start hovering. That to me is easiest. I don't like coming from this direction, because when you come from this direction, I feel like the back of your nails tend to slide up the button, or it's very easy to slide your nails one way or the other. When you actually try to scratch the button and let your nails catch there, for me it's a lot easier, number one, to keep a consistent position, number two, to lock into that position. You can feel where your fingers are at, but also to me it's easier to keep them there because you're getting that synaptic feedback from the button. So that's my treatise on hovering. That's what I use to hover. Those are my tips and tricks. Hopefully that helps some other people get a consistent hover.